Hey folks, welcome to Fyreflye's Follies. I hope that you enjoy the video today. If you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel out, and if you have not subscribed yet, I hope that you will and that you'll stick around for a while. So tonight for dinner, I am having some Alfredo, and I figured since I'm going to be making Alfredo anyway, and when I went to the pantry to grab a jar, there weren't any there, I'm just going to make a bigger batch than what I need for dinner and can some up, and I thought I would show you guys how I do that. A lot of people don't realize just how easy Alfredo is to make, and it is super simple. There's only a couple of ingredients in it. Doesn't take very long. Let me get my burner going here. I'm gonna put it on medium. So what I have is I have one stick of butter that it's not quite at room temperature yet, but it's getting there, and I went ahead and just kind of cubed it up. So I'm going to grab some more butter since I just dropped all of that in the floor. And once I get everything in the pot, I will clean up that mess. So that's a stick of butter in to melt. Y'all, I leave my mistakes in. I have a quart of heavy cream. I'm going to add that in and get it started heating up along with the butter. And I have a half cup of sour cream. So I'm just going to heat this through. Maybe. It's one of those days, guys. It's one of those days. So I'm going to heat this through, let everything get good and hot, and then I'm going to add my grated Parmesan cheese. I have 8 ounces of cream cheese that I cubed up when I first took it out of the fridge. I add some garlic, some salt and pepper, let it simmer until it's all melted, and it'll be done. So I'm going to clean up my mess, and I will be right back. Okay, now that I have my mess cleaned up, I stick my lid on so that this all gets hot a little bit faster. Now, you can double this recipe. This is going to give me dinner for tonight and 4 or 5 half pints that I'm going to can. I use about a half a pint at a time, about a cup at a time. It's just me. I don't need a ton of it, but it's just as easy to make extra and go ahead and can it up. Now, I have my canner ready. It's on low, so it's nice and warm, but I don't have it turned up yet. Once I get everything jarred up, I'll move it over and load my jars into it. It's a little too close to the wall there for me to be comfortable. And I have my jars sanitized and in the dishwasher waiting, so they're nice and warm. The butter is almost melted. Okay, now that the butter is melted, I'm going to add in my 8 ounces of cream cheese. And I like to cube mine up. It lets it melt a little faster. If you do this when you first take it out of the refrigerator when it's solid, it makes it a whole lot easier. Let's see if I can do this one without dumping any of it in the floor. Look at that, miracles happen. I'm gonna just give that a quick stir around just to kind of spread it about. And then I'm gonna add in my 4 ounces of grated Parmesan cheese. Now, I actually had about 5 ounces, so it'll have a little extra, but that's okay. I just grated up what I had left. I'm just going to add that in, and then I'm just going to let this go. I'm going to stir it until the cream cheese and the Parmesan melts, and it'll thicken up just a little bit. And I'm going to add just a dash of white pepper. You can use black pepper. I prefer white pepper in mine. And it doesn't take much. That's probably plenty. And just a dash of salt. It's not coming out very well. There we go. And then 1 tablespoon plus or minus of garlic. I'm probably going to end up, when I taste it at the end, I usually end up putting in some more, but we'll start with a healthy tablespoon. And I'm going to turn this down really low. And I'm going to stand here and whisk it for just a few minutes until everything is all combined and smooth. Could actually use just a little bit more pepper. And just a touch more garlic. And seasoning on this is to your personal preference, of course. I love garlic. And in Alfredo sauce, I really like white pepper. I think that's about right. So I'm going to grab my jars out of the dishwasher. Right, I'm just going to jar this up. I'm going to give myself a 1-inch headspace. Give it one more good stir to make sure everything is mixed in good. Me what I need for dinner tonight. So now I'm just going to take a piece of paper towel and some plain white vinegar. And you want to be careful because this has cream in it, so you want to be very careful when you're wiping your rims not to get anything inside the jar. I'm going to carefully wipe my rims. And now that I have gotten any of the butter fat off of them with the vinegar, I'm going to get a paper towel with just hot water and wipe them one more time to get any vinegar off. Alright, so I am going to get the lids and the rings on, and since I'm pressure canning, I didn't heat my rings, or my lids, so these are just going to go on fingertip tight. Right, I am going to clean up just a little bit real quickly. I'm going to move the canner over. I'm going to get these in, and I am going to bring it up to a full steam. Let it vent for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to bring them up to pressure, and I'm going to let them go for 10 minutes. Once they've pressured for 10 minutes, I'm going to shut them off and let them come down off of pressure naturally. And then I'll take the lid off and let them sit for about 5 minutes before I take them out. And when it's time to get them out, I'll bring you back and show you how they turned out. Y'all, I thought I hit record, but apparently the camera didn't think so, and I started without you. But I brought this up to a steam, and I let it vent for 10 minutes, and then I brought it up to pressure, and I let it process. And then I turned it off, and I let it come down off of pressure. And now I am taking out my Alfredo sauce. And it is absolutely beautiful. Now, in about 30 minutes or so, once it has cooled a little bit, and I've been hearing them seal, so in about 30 minutes or so, I will give it a gentle turn because it will separate a little bit. And then when I get ready to use it, if it has separated, I'll give it a gentle shake again just to recombine it. But typically, this doesn't separate too badly on me, not like cream or milk does. So in about half an hour or so, I'll come back and I'll give it a shake. And then tomorrow I will come back and I will take off the rings, I'll check the seals, I'll label them, and I will put them in my pantry. And these are good in the pantry as long as the seal holds. I used my last jar that I canned 2 years ago, and it was still absolutely delicious. I really hope that you enjoyed the video today. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. And if you have not subscribed yet, I hope that you will and that you'll stick around for a while. If you hit the notification bell, YouTube should notify you when I upload a new video based on your settings. Y'all, thank you so much for watching today. Y'all have a great day.